3 seconds.
Okay, all right. I'd like to call the June 12, 2017 Village Board meeting to order. Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance to be held by Trustee Snagowski? Okay, can we have a roll call, please?
Maher. Here. McClafferty.
Here.
Snagowski.
Here.
Stapleton.
Here.
Blatzer. Here. Kwasniewski.
Here. Great. Okay, next up on the agenda is our consent agenda, which consists of the approval of minutes from the May 22nd, 2017 Village Board meeting. In addition, approval of disbursements. I need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Okay, we have a first by trustee Blatzer, a second by trustee Maher. Can I have a roll call, or, excuse me, can we have any questions or comments? Okay, can we have a roll call?
Okay, trustee Maher.
Yes.
McClafferty.
Yes.
Snagowski.
Yes.
Stapleton.
Yes.
Blatzer.
Yes.
Kwasniewski.
Yes. Okay, great. Next up is the mayor's report. We have appointments for the planning and zoning, which are going to defer to executive session. But I'd like to, again, reach out to everyone. We had 14, 15 candidates, and great participation. We interviewed all of those this past week, excellent candidates, and again, we appreciate everyone's consideration. We had a lot of tough decisions to make, and I will say this, we're going to need more assistance on other commissions, so please stay tuned. And again, we appreciate everyone's interest and their participation. In addition, we're going to have an appointment of the Police Commission, which will again be deferred to executive session. Next up, we have a proclamation of Eagle Scout Max Aldo Mazzotti. I need a motion to approve the proclamation.
Second.
Second.
Motion by trustee Maher, seconded by trustee Blatzer. Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Clerk Smolin, can you please read?
Sure. Whereas Max Aldo Mazzotti of Troop 149 of Lamont, who having earned 24 merit badges and served several years as the librarian for Troop 149, in which he implemented a digital index for the troop library, is now recognized by the Boy Scouts of America for successfully completing all requirements in Scouting's highest rank of Eagle Scout. Whereas one of the major objectives in the Scouting program is to develop citizenship through community involvement. And in addition to working for citizenship merit badges, Scouts are encouraged to participate in community service projects. And whereas for his Eagle Scout project on October of 2016, Max chose to renovate the area outside the Miracle Field Ballpark and at the Lamont Park District, leading 37 workers for a total of 571 hours. He installed 1,500 square feet of brick pavers and planted beds, which not only added to the aesthetics, but also complied with the ADA accessibility regulations. Whereas Max Aldo Mazzotti, achieving the rank of Eagle Scout, has learned and displayed the values of leadership and citizenship, which will enable him to become one of the leaders of tomorrow. Yet Max's biggest testament to his character and development has been his ability to learn to live with autism. Max has chosen to continue forward, learning from experiences, tackling each day confidently and with a fresh perspective. Now therefore I, John Egofsky, Mayor of Lamont, on behalf of the Village Board of Trustees and the entire community of Lamont, hereby express our pride in Max Aldo Mazzotti for his outstanding achievement, and hereby extend our sincere congratulations on the occasion of his investiture as an Eagle Scout.
Great. Max, you want to meet me at the podium?
Thank you for giving me this proclamation.
It has been a long 10 years since I first became a Cub Scout. I'd like to think back on all those 10 years to this very day about how I became an Eagle Scout and how I am a Lamont citizen. And to me, my family, my friends, my acquaintances, everyone. I'm so proud that I'm finally here to get this proclamation. Thanks to Mr. Gofsky, a strong man whose wife helped me out on my Eagle project, along with Miss Banks and Mr. Rizzo. I couldn't gotten it done mostly without Stanwyck, McGuire here, and everyone else involved in the project. Right. That's it.
Great. Importantly, we are proud of you. You did a great job, and this is well earned. Thank you for all your service. Appreciate it. That's yours. There. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay,
Gofsky.
good, let's get back to Great. Next up, on the mayor's report, I'd like to inform our residents of the liaisons that we've appointed to the village board. Trustee Blatzer will remain as the liaison for Public Works. Trustee Kwasniewski is the liaison for Marketing and Communications. Trustee Maher is the Heritage Quarry and Recreation liaison. Trustee McClafferty is the Economic Development liaison. Trustee Snagowski will remain as the Finance liaison, and in addition, he will have Public Safety. Trustee Stapleton will remain as the Planning and Zoning liaison, as well as the liaison to the Art and Culture Commission and Historic Preservation Commission. So again, thank you for everyone, and continued support in those specific areas. Look forward to working with each of you. And again, these are our liaisons for the next coming 4 years. Next up, as an event reminder, or reminders, I should say, the Lamont Chamber of Commerce is hosting the Lamont Artisan Market on Tuesdays through September from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Lamont Township Center on Alba Street. This, again, replaces our farmers market that was previously held downtown. Our Lamont Legends Cruise Nights are downtowns on Wednesdays from 6 to 9 p.m. Our first Sunset Soiree, free summer concert series will be held on June 22nd from 7 to 10 p.m. downtown on Stevens Street. And again, reminder, our Independence Day extravaganza and fireworks are held on July 3rd at Centennial Park. Again, please visit our community website for these and other events taking place around town. Last on our mayor's report, audience participation. Do we have anyone that would like to speak from the audience? Going once, twice? Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Max, and
Great evening.
oh, thank you. It sure is. And again, we're proud of you and everything you've accomplished.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, next up on the agenda, clerk's report.
Thank you very much. I attended the International Institute of Municipal Clerks from May 20th through the 25th. That's why I wasn't here at the last meeting. The final meeting I also attended the Southwest Municipal Clerks final meeting of the year. They'll resume again in September. And I also attended the Memorial Day event along with trustees, that was sponsored by the Lamont VFW, along with trustees Kwasniewski, McClafferty, and Stapleton. And the first ordinance I have this evening to be voted on would be ordinance O-38-17.
Okay, I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee McClafferty, seconded by trustee Blatzer. Chief.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Now, the police department is requesting, is consistent with our fleet management plan, to trade in 5 vehicles that have outlived their useful life of the equipment. They're 5 high-mileage vehicles, and we're looking to use those as trades to reduce and offset the total cost of the purchase of 4 SUV Interceptors and 1 Ford Taurus. Specifically, there's 2003 Ford Explorer, 2 2009 Ford Expeditions, and 2 2011 Chevrolet Tahoes.
Okay, great. Thanks, Chief. Any questions, comments? Okay, need a roll call.
Maher,
Yes.
McClafferty,
Yes.
Singowski,
Yes.
Stapleton,
Yes.
Blatzer,
Yes.
Kwasniewski.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
The next item to be voted on would be a resolution, and this is R-30-17. This is approving the purchase of water meters from Water Resources Incorporated.
Okay, I need a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Kwasniewski, seconded by trustee Blatzer. Ralph.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is a resolution to approve the purchase of water meters for this coming budget year. Each year, we spend a certain amount of money on replacing meters and also new construction meters. Water Resources has been supplying the village of Lamont since, 21 years ago. And all the software that they have that we use is connected to our New World system, where the meter reader just drives down the street and all the meters jump into his gun. So he just drives slow down the street, and that's the way it works with most of the meters. We still do have some old style meters where he has to take the gun and manually do it, so we're trying to replace those as well. So staff recommendation to approve the resolution for $65,000, not to exceed $65,000 for the purchase of water meters for this year.
Okay, thanks, Ralph. Any questions or comments?
I have one. Ralph, approximately what does each meter cost, roughly?
Depending on the size. We have,
I mean for like residential.
for residential, we have it ranging from 5/8 inch to 1.5 inches, which is code now. Nothing smaller than 1.5 inches is being put in now. So 1.5 inch meter is roughly $450,
Thank you.
which is included in the building permit when they do build the home. So the village does recover that cost.
Roll call, please.
Maher,
Yes.
McClafferty,
Yes.
Snegowski,
Yes.
Stapleton,
Yes.
Blatzer,
Yes.
Kwasniewski.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
Okay, the next one, if passed, would be another resolution, R-31-17, and this is approving the purchase of softener salt from Compass Minerals.
Okay, need a motion to approve.
Moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Blatzer, seconded by trustee McClafferty. Ralph, again.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is a resolution to approve the purchase of softening salt, which we use for our water plants. The supplier is Compass Minerals, which basically has cornered the market, so to speak. We've contacted other companies in the area, which we would want to stay in the area, and they purchase from Compass as well. So we're going right to the source with this product. It's not the same as road salt. It's a rinsed, sterilized salt that we use for our softening systems. So staff recommendation is to approve the resolution for Compass Minerals, not to exceed $120,000 for this budget year.
Okay, thanks, Ralph.
Sure.
Again, any questions or comments? Okay, roll call, please.
Maher,
Yes.
McClafferty,
Yes.
Snegowski,
Yes.
Stapleton,
Yes.
Blatzer,
Yes.
Kwasniewski.
Yes.
Motion approved.
The next item, again, a resolution, would be R-32-17, and this is approving an extension of the intergovernmental agreement between Will County Electric Aggregation Group.
Okay, need a motion to approve.
So move.
Second.
Okay, motion by trustee Stapleton, seconded by trustee Snagowski. George?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is a resolution approving an extension of an existing agreement with the Will County Aggregation Group. Following a successful referendum back in 2011, the village board approved an ordinance in 2012 authorizing the aggregation of the electrical load for the entire village. What this means, it authorized the village board to essentially aggregate all the electric accounts in the community, residential, small commercial, and then go out to market to realize additional savings. Again, this is not the replacing ComEd. ComEd transmits your electric; they will continue to bill, but it's the supply portion of your bill. By going out to market, we're able to reduce that cost. We had a choice at the time to either to aggregate just the village accounts and go out to market, or we can join a larger group and realize additional savings. At that time, we joined the Will County Aggregation Group, which included 23 other communities, to go out to market together to realize additional savings. The program was very successful for the majority of the 5 years. We were well below the ComEd rate, and at this time we are recommending to move forward with that program once again. Mayor Gavsky and I and Trustee Kwasniewski at the Council of Government meeting last week, where they explained the program and to move forward with 17 other communities. And this is just the first step to enter that program. There'll be plenty of information from the village if the board does approve the engagement. The tentative timeline is to issue an RFP in June. For eventual, the September meter read would be the beginning of the new contract, as the existing contract expires with our existing supplier. So a lot still to come on this one, and we'll be communicating with our residents accordingly. But this first step in order to authorize the program is required of the village board today.
I got two questions for you, George. One, you just said 17, was 23. What happened to the other 6?
You know what, I think my original number, it was originally 21, I believe, and a few did drop out.
Did they join
They joined
others?
other groups, yeah.
Okay.
Typically, for a town of our size to go at it alone, not only you don't have the purchasing power, but you have to engage your own consultant. There's some staff time related to that. So working with a larger group is a benefit in many different areas.
And the second thing was the last one was for 5 years. It looks like this one's for 3. Is that?
Actually, the 5 years total with this program, but those were 2 separate contracts, 2
Okay.
and 3. So this contract would be for 3 years, and they're talking at a group level about putting in different protections into this contract if it to ensure that the rate does not fall above the ComEd rate. So that there's some
So you're
things that
just
we're
talking
working with.
about it over the last 5 years.
Over the last,
even
there was
though
2
it
separate
was
contracts. This one would more than likely be a 3-year contract.
Okay. Thanks.
Anyone else? Thanks, George, appreciate it. Can we have a roll call, please?
Maher? McClafferty?
Yes.
Snagowski?
Yes.
Stapleton?
Yes.
Blatzer?
Yes.
Kwasniewski?
Yes. Motion approved.
The next item would be a resolution also, R-33-17, and this is authorizing the award of contract for 2017 sanitary sewer cleaning and televising program.
Okay, need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Blatzer, seconded by trustee Snagowski. Ralph?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is a resolution to award a contract to National Power Rod to do our sewer cleaning and televising program for this year. This will help us with our LTCP, which is long-term control plan for our sewer system. Basically, what it is the MWRD recommends and kind of tells us that we need to have a plan in place so they don't treat clean water. Now, there's 2 different types of sewers. There's storm sewer and sanitary sewer. I'm not going to get into too much of it, but they don't want the clean water going into the dirty water that they have to treat. So that's basically why you have to have the long-term control plan. So staff recommendation is to award the contract to National Power Rod for $19,669.95, which is $17,293.45 under the engineer's estimate, which is a great deal. Thank you.
That sounds good. Thanks, Ralph. Any questions, comments?
Just a quick one. And you're familiar with the company?
National Power Rod used to be very popular around this area 20 years ago. Just recently, within the last 3 or 4 years, they've been hitting this area hard again on their bids. So that's basically why.
So they're being competitive to try to
Yeah,
get the business?
absolutely, yes.
That's great.
Yeah, they're a good company. We've used them.
Great, Ralph. Anyone else?
I just have one other question. How often do we clean our lines?
Well, each year, we designate a certain amount of money to clean and televise, and we pick the areas that we want to concentrate on. This year, it's going to be the Glennis, Alpine, Gillian, Hillview, Keepataw, Rose Hill, Kip Kim, Cherokee area. So that's one of the older areas that we want to concentrate on, but we do pick a different spot every year.
And then do we assume like every 5 years it's going to get? or-
I would say to get the whole town,
Yeah.
we would be right around the 7-8 year
Okay.
period.
Thanks.
Okay, great. Roll call.
Maher,
Yes.
McClafferty,
Yes.
Snagowski,
Yes.
Stapleton,
Yes.
Blatzer,
Yes.
Kwasniewski.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
The next item would be R-34-17, and this is authorizing award of a contract for the Division Cass Street water main replacement, Rose Court Water Main Loop.
Okay, need a motion to approve.
So move.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Stapleton, seconded by trustee Kwasniewski. Ralph?
Busy night for me tonight.
Yes. Getting overtime tonight, Ralph.
exhausted.
This is an award contract to Superior Excavating Company for the water main on Division Street from Custer by the Methodist Church to State Street. This water main has sections that's over 65 years old. The water quality has deteriorated over the last 3 or 4 years. We've been flushing that line to help the water quality weekly for those residents over there. The bid came in at $469,099, which is under the engineer's estimate of, no, it's $194,754 under the engineer's estimate. So again, another great deal, another great bid. This project needs to be done for those residents over there on Division Street. And the Rose Court project, which is the same project, same price, is there was a loop. A loop is where a water main connects to another to create better water quality. It was so deep in the valley that we could not fix it. We didn't have the equipment to fix it. So what we did was isolate that loop, and now we're going to loop it up again with this project right here in a different area. So it's gonna save the village money and also better the water quality for the residents on Rose Court.
Thanks, Ralph. Any questions?
We ever worked with this Superior before, Ralph?
We have about 12 years ago.
Okay.
They worked over on Illinois Street, so they are familiar.
Good.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Maher,
Yes.
McClafferty,
Yes.
Snagowski,
Yes.
Stapleton,
Yes.
Blatzer,
Yes.
Kwasniewski.
Yes. Motion approved.
The next item would be R-35-17, and this is authorizing the order and purchase of police vehicles.
Okay, great. Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion by trustee Snagowski, seconded by trustee McClafferty. Chief?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As part of our multi-year capital plan, we're seeking authorization to purchase 5 new vehicles. It's 4 new SUV Interceptor patrol vehicles and 1 admin Ford Taurus to replace the 5 vehicles that we just spoke about in the surplus. The average mileage of those 5 vehicles is 150,000, and what we're looking to do with the multi-year capital plan is to reduce the costing and to get our fleet down to under 15 cents per mile driven, and thereby reducing all of our maintenance costs. We looked at the state bid this year, and we're also part of the county co-op, all that each of which put out a RFP to seek the vehicles on the list. We also always look for additional bids to see if there's other agencies out there that would beat those prices. And this year, we had a fourth bidder, Greenway, that came in underneath the state bid and the co-op. So Greenway Ford was the low bidder. They bid $28,694 $21,532.82 for each of the 4 SUVs and $21,532.82 for the 4 Taurus, for a total authorization request of $117,612.10.
Okay, and just to clarify, it's net zero as far as vehicles coming in, correct? 5 going out,
Correct.
5 coming in.
We're surplusing 5, and we're asking for the purchase of 5 additional
Okay.
vehicles.
Thanks, Chief. Any other questions? Okay, roll call.
Maher,
Yes.
McClafferty,
Yes.
Snagowski,
Yes.
Stapleton,
Yes.
Glatzer,
Yes.
Kwasniewski.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
Okay, I have one last one here. This would be R-36-17, and this is authorizing reductions of letters of credit for Kettering subdivision.
Okay, need a motion to
So
approve.
moved.
Second?
Okay, I believe, was that Ron? Okay, motion by trustee Stapleton, seconded by trustee Glatzer. Okay, George.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. MI Homes, the developer and builder for the Kettering Estates subdivision, has requested reductions in their letter of credit for completed site improvements for Phase 2 of the Kettering subdivision. In 2015, MI Homes was granted approval for reductions for 4 of the letter of credits. There's 8 separate letter of credits for this subdivision for the Phase 1 improvements. This is for 4 letter credits for Phase 2 of the improvements. And a bit of a housekeeping item, but they are requesting this reduction, and the letter does not release any letter of credit or sureties. It just reduces it down to what is left in the subdivision. And Public Works and the village engineer have approved all these reductions.
Thanks, George. Any questions? Okay, roll call.
Maher,
Yes.
McClafferty,
Yes.
Snagowski,
Yes.
Stapleton,
Yes.
Glatzer,
Yes.
Kwasniewski.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved. Thank you, Clerk Smolin. Next up, our village attorney report. Okay, great, thank you. George, village administrator report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. A couple of quick items. Vehicle stickers will continue to be on sale here at Village Hall. I see Chris here. She's extended our hours here for vehicle stickers through the month of July, end of July, on Monday nights till 6:30 p.m., with the exception of July 4th week. Through 2 weeks, we've had about 1,500 vehicle stickers sold, so that's really an amazing number, and your staff's doing a great job, Chris. But I also want to say, speaking of vehicles today, as a good policy, the village board in the past and this year has earmarked those funds for police and public works vehicles. So you're able to tangibly see what your investment into your sticker does for the village. It does continue to keep our fleet up to date. So that is a great program, and we will continue to keep our hours open on Monday night, and they are due July 31st, but 1,500 is a good start. I also just wanted to make a quick mention of our At Your Door program, a program that we implemented in May through Waste Management if you place a call at your door, they will pick up your electronic household recycling. You have your oils, your paints, your other chemicals. It's good to see a program get use. In just 1 month, we've had 18,000 pounds removed from homes and taken away, recycled the right way, and 14,000 of those pounds have been electronic. So a great program. It's good to see programs be utilized, and continue to call. It's all part of your overall program through Waste Management. And we'll continue to track the numbers to ensure everyone's using it. But I just wanted to pass that along, that the program is working, and it's a really good number for the first year.
Great.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thanks, George. Okay, next up, board reports. Are we good with the board? All right, next up, staff reports. Chief Mayton.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just briefly, I wanted to mention that now that the schools are out, for folks to take a little bit more attention when they're backing up out of the driveways. There's a lot of kids now on the streets with skateboards and bicycles. For safety purposes, just pay a little bit extra attention. And for the bicycle riders, texting on the bicycle is never a good idea.
I agree. I got to remind my daughter that. So. But thanks, Chief. Appreciate that. Next up, Ralph.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, let's address the elephant in the room, State Street. Yes, it is dragging a little bit. We're about 7 days behind schedule on that. We've had some unforeseen issues, like finding pipes that were supposed to be there and they aren't there. The patches you see, most of the patches you see on State Street are temporary because they have to re-access those holes to get down to the main to hook up the services. So they will be doing permanent patching later this week into next week. I anticipate that project to be completed within 10 to 15 days. So that's the State Street update. Everything is going fine, it's just we're a little bit behind. But the road resurfacing project over at Gillian and Keepataw Court and Forest Lane, they should be putting the final lift on that the end of this week, depending on the weather. They're calling for storms later this week. And one more thing, the canal path. The canal path from Safety Village to KA Steel on the north side of the canal will be closed on June 16th and 17th for ComEd tree trimming with the easement that this board has approved for ComEd to relocate those poles. So the 16th and 17th, that path will be closed. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Ralph. Okay, that's it for staff reports. Do we have any unfinished business? Any new business? Okay, going to ask for a motion to move to executive discussion to discuss under Chapter 5 of the ILCS of the Open Meetings Act. We'll be discussing pending litigation under Section 2C11. In addition to that, again, please note this was not in the original agenda. We're also going to be discussing the appointment of occupants of a public office under Section 2C3. I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Trustee Blatzer, seconded by Trustee Maher to move into executive session.
Roll call.
Okay, roll call, please.
Before you can go through roll call, just want to make a note that the items for the appointments to the commission members were on the mayor's report, so they're eligible to be voted on after executive session. So we will be coming out of executive session back to open session for the public out there. Potentially, there could be a formal appointment of those commission members depending on the executive session. So
Thanks, George.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Okay.
Okay.
Roll call.
Maher,
Yes.
McClafferty,
Yes.
Snagowski,
Yes.
Stapleton,
Yes.
Blatzer.
Yes.
Kwasniewski.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you, everyone.